Qualifying is over. It's time to go racing. 120 laps around Hotlanta. Jeff Hinkle and Jared Heasley on the front row. Brandon Springer, Eric Stoy on the second row. Kevin Reed, Mark Nelson have the third row. Matt Bear and Harley Barletta on the fourth row. Mark Dantuma and Greg McDaniel rounding out the top 10. Then Richie West in 11th. Jeffrey Parker in 12th. 13th is going to be Jason Rome, Topher Baltimore in 14th. Brian Oshinska in 15th and Gerald Thanos Poole in 16th. Nicole, that's what she said, Creasel in 17th. Jeremy Root in 18th. DJ Kenner is 19th. And Graham Nucky is 20th. Actually, looking to see, I have not seen Graham on track yet. Hopefully he'll be out there gridding. Topher is not taken to the track yet. Everybody else has. Gerald Poole saying, let's go racing. Everybody getting out on track, getting ready to go. Remember, this track, they have a total of 4 sets of tires. The ones they start on, 3 additional sets after that. They're going to have to do 30-lap runs on these tires, and I can promise you, after about 10 laps here, you really want a new set. Sometimes you'll even see lap times start falling off as quickly as 5 laps into it. There's only a few perfect laps on those tires out there, so things are going to get a little bit interesting once these cars start sliding around. And it does not look like Graham Nucky made it to grid. Pace car will drop off out of turn 4. Then they're going to go green. We'll keep a close eye on Jason Rome and be ready to switch the camera to him very, very quickly. His incident last night was the very first lap of the race. Hopefully he makes it through clean, but you never know. All right, pace car about to drop in. There goes the pace car. Jeff Hinkle leads them down. Green flag is in the air. They're down and away the outside line. Eric Story looked like he struggled to get going. Nobody stacks up behind, though. Everything goes fine. Jason gets a clean start. We're down and away. And a side-by-side battle for the lead. Hinkle backing off. Doesn't look like he's going to fight Jared too hard. Remember, Hinkle's one that will save his tires and be faster in the long run. And here they come to complete lap number 1. A little blink out of Jared there. Side by side into turn 1. Everybody's settling in so far. A lot of guys moving 1 or 2 spots. The biggest mover so far, Jeremy Root, who started 18th, is now up to 15th, up 3 spots and making his way forward. Meanwhile, it looks like we have a 4-car group that has dropped off the back just a little bit early on, probably to play it safe, expecting a little bit of early chaos. Jeremy Root right on the back bumper of Brian Oshinska as they work through traffic. Matt Bear up on the high side. And Larry Barletta in the house. Hadn't seen Larry in a while. How you doing, buddy? I know who Larry is cheering for. He is cheering for the 81 of Harley Barletta here tonight, who is currently 4th after starting in 8th and leading the points. And with AJ Godsey using a drop race tonight, if Harley can get the win here, he's going to extend his points lead even further as he battles with Heasley for 3rd place. Harley had a big points lead already coming into tonight. He could definitely extend it here. Last time by, Brian Oshinska in the 44 was the fastest. We saw Jeremy Root right on his back bumper. But Brian is really starting to crank it up here. Looks like a few of these guys further back took it easy that first couple of laps and are now getting, now that the tires are heated up, they're going to get what they can get while they can get it. Remember, last time we were here, Harley Barletta won in fairly dominant fashion. We got Eric Story in the wall off 2. Eric manages to hold on to it, no problems, but he drops from 2nd to 6th. Move Harley Barletta up into 2nd, and he might be the only other driver, with AJ not being here, he might be the only one that can save anywhere close to what Jeff Hinkle can do. Hinkle out front, but Harley is closing in on him rapidly. And he's going to bring Jared Heasley with him, and the entire field is starting to close up except for those 4 cars that kind of dropped off the back early. Back there in the back, you've got guys like Topher Baltimore, DJ Kenner, Jeffrey Parker, Matt Baer, Nicole Creasel, all hanging off the back. And you'll note some names that already have race wins this season. So these guys are sitting back, playing it safe early. Oh, Harley a little loose off turn 2. No, Harley's going for the lead. Lap 9, he's trying to get the nose up under Hinkle. Can't quite get there yet through 3 and 4. Off of turn 2, Harley loses a little bit of ground there. Greg McDaniel is making a charge forward as well. Greg started back in 10th. He's already up to 6th, making his way forward. A lot of side-by-side battles. Usually Atlanta spreads out and gets single file really quickly. Look at this. Jared Heasley going for 2nd on Harley Barletta. Heasley to the bottom. Kevin Reed lingering right behind him, but here comes Mark Nelson up on the high side. And they're now all sorts of, the entire top 10 is too wide except for the leader. And Hinkle is loving seeing this in his mirror. He does not have to push as hard and can still gain a little bit of ground while everybody behind him, they're wearing their tires out racing side by side. Hinkle, meanwhile, opening up a 7/10 of a second lead, but Harley Barletta finally clears and has started moving forward. Mark Nelson up on the high side has come by several drivers to take 3rd. And what a battle in the top 10 so far. And they're going to go 3 wide. It looks like Kevin Reed trying to go up the middle backs out of it just a little bit, and look who's right behind him, who has come from all the way back in 18th place. Jeremy Root is now up to 6th. Make that 5th. Root is on a move. He's going 3 wide between Springer and Reed. You got to wonder, that car was a little bit out of shape there. You got to wonder how much tire he has used up to come this far forward this quickly. Harley Barletta now under attack by Mark Nelson, who has come forward quite a bit. And Jeremy Root still charging towards the front. And meanwhile, Hinkle is still enjoying being able to run his line, take it easy. Mark Nelson has a run on Barletta. Harley is not done. Is Jared Heasley going to the high side? There wasn't enough room up there. He can't make the move yet. Nelson slips by for second. And now it's a four-car battle as Jeremy Root is in the mix. Jeremy Root looking to the bottom. He is going for fourth on Heasley. And down to the bottom, he's got to run off of turn 2. And, almost getting into Heasley's door. Has to back out of it just a little bit. Gives Heasley an advantage going through 3. Jeremy Root continues his march forward, but I'm guessing at some point in the very near future, he's going to lose a couple of spots. He has to have used up a lot of tire to make his way up this quickly. And now he is going for third place on Harley Barletta. Harley's not done with him yet, though. And, look at that sin by Harley. Root is loose. He clips the apron. And he gets a run off of turn 4. Oh, they get together. Root is around. Caution is out. Let's take another look at this one. Looked like Jeremy Root was trying to set up for corner entry, got a little higher than he realized, and gets into Harley's left front. Expect to see everybody on pit road as, well, maybe not. We're only 18 laps in. Eric Stoy also had an incident as he was trying to check up for Jeremy Root. And Jason Rome had nowhere to go. Meanwhile, Hinkle up front has just pulled away from the field. He definitely did not want to see this caution early. And what a lot. You know, at Atlanta, you often don't expect this much side-by-side early. Is Hinkle going to come? No, he is not. He fakes it. Brandon Springer, Harley Barletta, Mark Dantuma, Greg McDaniel, DJ Kenner, Gerald Poole, Jason Rome, Matt Bear, Brian Oshinska, Jeremy Root, Topher Baltimore, Eric Stoy all come to pit road. Hinkle, Nelson, Heasley, Kevin Reed, Richie West, and Jeffrey Parker stay out, as does, that's what she said, Nicole Kriesel. Now, Hinkle has been out there single file the whole race. He has not had to battle any more than the first couple of laps. He probably has managed to save quite a bit of tire here. Hey, Jeff, this is Doug. You got me?
Hey, Doug, how you doing?
I'm good, buddy. Hey, I have to ask, man, a lot of guys going to pit road, but it looked like you were taking it fairly easy with everybody battling behind you. You haven't really had to push too hard.
Yeah, I think I'm okay. I think there's going to be a bunch of give and take here, and we're going to get all off of sequence, and I think it's going to be a big change overall. I think I'll probably get moved to the back here on this restart, towards the back, and then it'll balance out. But we got a long ways to go. It's only 20 laps of 120, so got a ways to go.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, Jason Rome did not pit, so he's on old tires. And you, of course, no, I spoke too soon. He's coming to pit road now. Probably not going to be a Canadian restart on this one.
Good.
All right, man. Good luck. You're obviously fat. Yeah, buddy.
Hey, Doug. Thanks for everything you do here, broadcasting in our BRR races. Really appreciate it.
Hey, thank you, buddy. Good luck.
Thanks.
Dang it, these guys are good. Huge shout out to this league. They've been, they're great. All right, Jeff Hinkle has the lead. Mark Nelson has made his way to second. Jared Heasley in third. Kevin Reed is fourth. Richie West is fifth. Jeffrey Parker is sixth. Nicole, that's what she said. Creasel up to seventh now. Mark Dantuma in eighth. Mark Dantuma is the first car that went to pit road, and I do believe Mark took right sides only. Looking to see, as long as they don't stack up for the restart this time, we'll try and get a word with Mark. But according to timing, Mark Dantuma and Jeremy Root, well, Jeremy Root just got repairs. Mark Dantuma only got right side tires. Yep, it is one to go. We'll have to ask Mark about that next opportunity we get. Matt Bear, Eric Stoy have just dove back onto pit road. I'm guessing that's a fuel or repair top-off. As they stack back up side by side. "19 cars started the race, 18 still on the lead lap. Topher Baltimore being scored several laps down. Topher is still on track, though. Not giving up. All right, pace car is in. Jeff Hinkle controlling the restart. Green flag is in the air. He's down and away. Jeff gets a decent jump on it. Remember, 7 or 8 cars out there on old tires. And then Mark Dantuma is the first car on fresh tires. They're in the 57. Look for him to start marching forward and bringing some guys with him. But right now, Hinkle is out front. And obviously, you heard Hinkle say there's going to have to be some give and take out here tonight, and especially with the off-sequence pit stops. Jeff's lead, he jumped out to a good lead, but Mark Nelson has caught back up to him, as has Jared Heasley. And a lot of activity going on as Greg McDaniel, they're in the 30 car. He is the first car right now. He has made his way past Mark, and he is making his way forward. He is on fresh tires. Every car in front of him is on their original set. We'll see how far. Greg's a little bit loose off turn 2. Has the room to move up the track, and here comes Thanos. Gerald Thanos Pool on the bottom. He had a run backed out of it as it looked a little sketchy. He's got another run. And there is Jeremy Root all over the back bumper. This is what we talk about when we say give and take. Everybody's having to give just a little bit with guys on old tires up front and guys in new tires stuck behind them. And here comes the Iceman. DJ Kenner is making his way up. DJ started in 19th. He's up to 10th and marching forward with his buddy Jeremy Root. Are they going to go 3 wide right behind him? They're going to try it. Eric Stoy stuck up on the high side. He gets loose off of 4. Jason Rome got loose off of 4. Cold tires definitely having their effect the back half of the pack because the lead 3 cars have got a breakaway. But Gerald Poole, the first car on fresh tires, is now up to 4th place, 0.8 of a second back. I'm betting he catches up pretty quick. These top 3 have had a few laps to relax here, but it's about to get really busy as Gerald Poole, Jeremy Root, Greg McDaniel, all on fresh tires, come flying through the field. Holy cow, it's going to be, it's getting really big. Here comes Gerald. I look back, and it's side by side. Harley Barletta and DJ Kenner almost get together through 3 and 4. Harley, after the pit stop, has made his way back up to 9th. Jeff Hinkle still in the lead, but here comes Thanos. Gerald Thanos Poole up to 2nd place. Fresh tires definitely ruling the road right now. I could be wrong, but it looked like Jeff was a little loose off of turn 2 that time. I think that's the first time that car's been out of shape all night. And Gerald Poole to the lead. Jeremy Root on the back bumper, and here comes Greg McDaniel in 3rd. Hinkle back to 4th. He's going to lose a few more positions. Here comes Jason Rome, now up to 4th place. Eric Stoy involved in the first incident. He is up to 5th. Harley Barletta now up to 6th. The Iceman, DJ Kenner, is 7th. Hinkle drifts all the way back to 8th. Mark Nelson to 9th, and Jared Heasley in 10th. Those were the top 3 after the pit stops. They stayed out. Gerald Poole to the lead for the first time tonight. And yes, Bill, I just saw your message, buddy. Yes, it did. All right, Gerald started back in 16th. He is in the lead. Jeremy Root started back in 18th. He is up to 2nd. Looks like that group that started at the back and played it safe early, it's paying off. Another one who's come up quite a ways is DJ Kenner as he gets a run off 2 under Harley Barletta. And look at Eric Stoy pushing Jason Rome down the back straightaway. And this battle for the lead is starting to heat up. Here comes Greg McDaniel on the high side for 2nd. And both of them right on the back bumper of Gerald Poole. Oh, surely Jason's not going to try and make this 3 wide. Oh, Jason. Woo! Jeremy Root drops down to the bottom, and Jeremy Root drops back a lot. I'm wondering if that car got a little loose on him because he lost a lot of spots there. Something went wrong as he came into turn 3 because he lost several positions. Gerald Poole in the lead, Greg McDaniel in 2nd. Here comes Jason Rome up to 3rd. Eric Stoy in 4th. DJ Kenner in 5th. Harley Barletta is 6th. Jeremy Root still in the action in 7th. And then you got Matt Baer leading the 2nd pack back in 8th, 3 seconds behind. 9th is Brandon Springer, and 10th is Jeff Hinkle. Mark Nelson in 11th, and Jared Heasley in 12th. Richie West in 13th with Mark Dantuma on his bumper in 14th. Kevin Reed in 15th. These are guys that all stayed out on old tires. Jeffrey Parker 16th. Brian Oshinska 17th. Nicole, that's what she said, Creasel in 18th. Topher Baltimore running 19th. Greg McDaniel has taken the lead. And on the high side, Jason Rome for second. He's got a push from Eric Stoy. Those two have been working together through the field, and it is obviously working out really well. And look right behind, Harley Barletta on his way forward. Topher Baltimore has been involved in a crash. No caution. We'll take a look here in a minute. Harley Barletta up on the high side, following Eric and Jason through. And Greg is just pulling away. Let's see what happened to Topher. He kept it down off the racing surface while he was backwards. Oh. Common occurrence here. Just gets tight coming off of turn 2. Hits the outside wall. Spins it. Manages to get it going the right way and then get off the racing surface so we don't get a caution. He has come to pit road. And meanwhile, Greg McDaniel is in the lead and trying to open up a gap. He had almost half a second, but Jason Rome has found a little speed. He is closing in. Seven cars in the lead pack. Everybody nose to tail. Looks like 8th place Gerald Poole, after leading a few laps, has dropped off. He is staying just at the tail end, but playing it a little bit safe here. Jeremy Root had dropped back due to something going wrong in turn 3. I'm not sure if he got his corner entry wrong. Really couldn't tell. We've not seen Jeremy Root make a whole lot of mistakes. As we're about to have a 3-car battle, Harley Barletta making his way up. DJ looked like he was going to stick the nose in to make it 3 wide, backs out of it. Harley is looking for third from Eric Stoy. Jason Rome is caught up to the back bumper. Harley's going to make it 3 wide. Nope, everybody checks up just enough. Harley going for third. And you see a lot of these guys really twitching coming off turn 4. Harley jumping to the high side. Last time we were at Atlanta, Harley Barletta won in a very dominant fashion. Obviously, not as dominant tonight, still in the top 3. Can he still pull off the win, as the competition does look like they have stepped it up a notch to give him a hard time here tonight? And look at this, Jason Rome's going for the lead. I do believe this will be the first time this season that Jason Rome gets the lead, if he can pull it off here. Oh, he gets really close to Harley. It is getting, for the length of time some of these guys have been out here on these tires, they are getting sketchy. Eric Stoy comes by on the high side. Harley still fighting back on the bottom. Eric trying to keep him pinned down a little. Jeremy Root looking low. Jeremy's got help behind him. DJ Kenner right there with him. Jeffrey Parker is on pit road. Mark Nelson is on pit road. Jeff Hinkle on pit road. These are the drivers that stayed out under caution. Oh, now they're going to go 3 wide down the back straightaway. Harley in the middle. Eric Stoy up on the high side. Jeremy Root on the bottom. Harley rolls out just enough to not be 3 wide. Gets back in the draft on Eric. Jason Rome still trying to get a run on Greg McDaniel for the lead. This might actually be the first time there's Jeffrey Parker coming up off of pit road right in front of the leaders. It gets a little sketchy back there. And you're about to see the difference in fresh tires here at Atlanta. You can look up all the stats and all the information on, oh my goodness, Jeff Parker's going to make it 3 wide. Down the back straightaway, he is going to try and get his lap back the old-fashioned way. Richie West, Kevin Reed are on pit road. BRRpoints.com is where you can get all the information and all the statistics and all the information you could want. Doing a quick check on the website to see, I believe this is Greg's first time leading this season. Jared Heasley now on pit road. Brian Oshinska has been to pit road. He's on his way back out. 2 different strategies going here right now. All these people that pitted on lap 19 are still out there. They pitted under caution. Then you've got the group that has just now come to pit road. They have been out since the green flag dropped. And we're about to see them come flying back by. Brian Oshinska has crashed. Looks like it might have been as he was coming up off of pit road. It was, just gets a little loose. Gets on the brakes, manages to get the car woed up. He'll get going again, but that is a big setback for Brian. Greg McDaniel in the lead, but Jeremy Root diving to the inside. Jeremy Root has been to the lead a lot this season. He's had some difficulties early in the season, got caught in wrecks, but he is starting to make a comeback, and this is definitely a good run he is having here tonight. Greg now back to second. Eric Stoy to third. Jason Rome is battling DJ Kenner. That is 4th and 5th. Harley Barletta in 6th. Richie West has had an incident. Looks like Richie was trying to get up off of pit road there. Just a little too loose through the marbles. Gets the car woed up and going again. But like Brian, he is going to lose a lot of time. There are 10 cars currently on the lead lap. All of them pitted during that last caution. Everybody else pitted under green just in the last few laps. And now we're about to see the speed differential. And look at a guy like Jeff Hinkle. Let's ride along with Jeff Hinkle on his roof cam. That, I believe, is Mark Dantuma right in front of him. On old tires. And you can see the speed difference as he just runs down the straightaway. Not a huge difference, but in the corners you see the closing rate. Mark Dantuma's been out there on those tires for about 30 laps now. Jeff has just 10. And remember, Jeff was leading earlier in the race. Expect to see him, as things cycle through, expect to see him back out front. Meanwhile, Jeremy Root has started to pull away as they battle behind him. Greg McDaniel up on the high side in second. Eric Stoy in third. And here comes DJ the Iceman Kenner. Back behind Jason Rome, Harley Barletta battling. Oh, Jason gets tight in the middle of 1 and 2. Pushes up, almost gets into Harley, has to back out of it, and now that gave Gerald Poole a little help. Brandon Springer here at Atlanta, he forgot to switch back to the peanut butter car. He does not have the additional grip of the peanut butter dripping on the tires tonight. Jeremy Root now has a 2.7 second lead as Eric Stoy and Kevin Reed is a lap car. He came to pit road under green. Here comes DJ Kenner for second. Eric Stoy is not done with him yet. Greg McDaniel has gone to pit road. And they're just swapping places at each end of the track. Eric Stoy now trying to hold DJ off. And Harley Barletta lurking, trying to figure out which line is the best. We've seen him run high and low tonight. Greg McDaniel has been to pit road and looks like he is on his way back out with 4 fresh tires. Harley Barletta going for third on Eric Stoy. Looks like he's going to get it, but Eric fighting back on the high side. They've got to watch out. Jason Rome and Brandon Springer right behind him. Jason Rome almost pulling off the lead earlier. Expect to see him up front before this thing is all said and done. Gerald Poole in 7th. Matt Bear in 8th. Mark Dantuma in 9th. Jeff Hinkle is in 10th. He is the first car on fresh tires. The 86 of Mark Nelson right there with him. Literally right there with him. Mark Dantuma is coming to pit road. So now the guys that pitted under caution are within their pit window. Greg McDaniel was the first one to hit pit road. He is currently in 13th place. And he is 2 3/4 seconds behind 12th place Jared Heasley. And closing rapidly. Jeremy Root, meanwhile, checking out from the field. Now a 4.2 second lead. But remember, he last pitted lap 20. So within the next 5 laps or so, he will have to come to pit road. The same with DJ Kenner, Harley Barletta, Brandon Springer, Eric Stoy. Oh my goodness, as here comes the guys on fresh tires led by Jeff Hinkle. And look at Eric Stoy. He's on old tires, but he's not done yet. He moves up the track, though, letting Heasley by, letting Richie West back by. Remember, Richie, oh my goodness, it's getting really tight. Looks like Brandon might be setting up for pit road. No, he's not. It's 3 wide right behind him. Eric Stoy up high. Jared Heasley in the middle. Richie down on the bottom. DJ Kenner takes the lead as Jeremy Root goes to pit road. Expect DJ in the next lap or two himself. It's getting a little sketchy out there as a lot of guys coming up to speed on fresh tires are getting mixed in with the leaders. And it looks like DJ, the Iceman, is on pit road. And the lead will go to, looks like, Harley Barletta. Harley to the lead for the first time tonight. Brandon Springer now up to second. Eric Stoy in third. And that puts Jeff Hinkle on fresh tires in 4th place. I should say fresher tires. He pitted 20 laps ago. And it looks like DJ Kenner might actually hold up Harley, Eric, and Brandon on pit road. It looked like DJ was going to get off of pit road in time to pick up several positions. Not the case yet. Mark Nelson now battling for the lead on the bottom. Jeff Hinkle in second. There's Greg McDaniel in third. Jared Heasley's going to be in fourth. Jeremy Root back into what will be fifth place. Mark Nelson leads a lap for the first time tonight. Harley Barletta, Eric Stoy, and Brandon Springer now coming off pit road. Two different pit strategies, about 20 laps apart now. They'll be leapfrogging to the end. The group that just hit pit road will now be making their final stop around lap 100. The group that pitted on lap I'm doing the math here. The group that's coming off pit road will be stopping around lap 100. The group that stayed out, like Mark Nelson and Jeff Hinkle, they'll make their final stop somewhere around lap 90. There will be a 10-lap difference in the tires. Jeremy Root is off cycle with these guys in front of him that are in the lead. But he is currently up to fourth and marching forward on those fresh tires. Gets around Richie West now to the inside of Hinkle. Mark Nelson just over half a second ahead. Greg McDaniel another second. The fastest lap of the race was just run by Harley Barletta. And it is definitely showing as he closes in and goes to the inside on Mark Dantuma. Harley now back in 8th place. And he just pitted 5 laps ago. He is 9.5 seconds behind the leader and gaining quickly. That lap was the fastest lap of the race by over 1/10 of a second on everybody else. DJ Kennard not far ahead. Neither is Jason Rome as they battle for 6th place. DJ has the fresher tires by 3 laps, and in Atlanta, 3 laps does make a difference. But don't tell Jason that. He is trying it. He's running like those tires are brand new. Harley Barletta just storming forward. Last time by, he was the fastest on track by a large margin. And there are guys that pitted at the same time as him, like Eric Stoy, who are 0.3 of a second slower. Harley is just flying. As I said, last time we were here, Harley won in dominant fashion. Look at this. Harley's going to clear Jason Rome. Now he's got the next 4 cars right in front of him. And he goes by Hinkle. Jason has to get evasive. Hinkle's slow. Jared Heasley slow in the middle. Richie West grabbed the wall. Harley comes through like a champ. Looks like Jason Rome had to get low. He gets up off the apron. A little slide up the track. He's okay. Meanwhile, Harley's now back to the back bumper of DJ, the Iceman Kenner. And remember, these two pitted 1 lap apart. They're on fairly equal tires. I've watched DJ race a lot of stuff. I've never seen anybody come storming up behind him like that. That is incredible. As they both close in on Mark Nelson, Jeremy Root, and Greg McDaniel. Greg still out in the lead, but Jeremy Root looking down to the inside. We've talked about it all season long. Greg McDaniel was in the hunt for the Truck Series Championship last season. He is one that is expected to see several wins out of this season and see him contending for the title. Greg currently 11th in points. But don't expect him to stay down there for long, as him and Kevin Reed at the tail end of the lead lap. Jeremy Root now to the lead is already taken off. Harley Barletta clearing a lot of traffic. He's now got the run on DJ. Oh, they almost touch in the middle of turns 3 and 4. Here they come down toward the spotter stand, or the flag stand, I should say. DJ giving Harley a run for his money here. Or Harley's giving DJ a run for his money. I am not sure which. These two are going at it. What a battle this is for 4th place. All of it, while this is happening, they're gaining on Greg McDaniel. That lead was about 4 seconds just a few laps ago. Greg now slowing down as he is on about 10 lap older tires than DJ and Harley. Harley back to the inside in 3. Side by side off of turn 3. Here they go again down the front straightaway. Looks like Harley might get him this time. He's got the run into turn 1. Harley's going to clear. No, DJ back on the high side. And can Harley clear him? He does clear him. Jason Rome inside. Let's run through the field real quick. Jeremy Root has the lead, 2.5 seconds over second place Greg McDaniel. Harley Barletta in 3rd, closing in rapidly on Greg. DJ Kenner right behind him in 4th. Eric Stoy in 5th. Mark Nelson, who has just kept coming all night long, is now up into 6th. Jason Rome in 7th place. Mark Dantuma in 8th, quietly making his way forward. Jeff Hinkle in 9th, a bit of a surprise to not see him further up. Expect to see him make a comeback later in the race. He's not that far behind the leader. Jared Heasley back into 10th place. Now Brandon Springer's going to take 10th, moving Heasley to 11th. Gerald Thanos Poole in 12th place. Matt Bear coming by in 13th. Kevin Reed in 14th. Jeffrey Parker now on pit road in 15th. And here comes That's What She Said, Nicole Kriesel in 16th. Brian Oshinska on pit road in 17th. Richie West appears he might be done. Topher Baltimore appears to be done as well. Meanwhile, Jeremy Root continuing to march forward. DJ Kenner sneaks back by Harley. And you got to think this is a battle that's just going to keep going for the remainder of the race. They pit on the same, or they pit about a lap apart last time. Hey, Stephen Pless, how's it going, buddy? Yeah, Cortland, I know, man. That was definitely not the ending you were expecting. You did get awfully close to the cone there Friday, Cortland. And Harley and DJ have now caught up to Greg McDaniel. Greg's tire's about 7 laps older. DJ a little loose off turn 2, trying to get around, and looks, Harley makes a move to the outside. DJ has managed to hold Harley off on the high side, but Harley has to avoid the car of Greg McDaniel. Now DJ gets past Greg. Oh, Greg gets a little loose getting into one. Little wiggle, and Harley sneaks by. Jeremy Root, meanwhile, continuing to just pull away. His lead now 4.1 seconds. Back in 5th, Eric Stoy has a little bit of breathing room. Mark Nelson in 6th. But Mark has a mess with him. Jason Roman 7th. Mark Dantuma in 8th. Brandon Springer back in 9th. And Jeff Hinkle back there in 10th. And expect Hinkle to start marching his way forward anytime now, as looks like on this run he has made a point of saving his tires. But Jeremy Root just continues to walk away here. DJ and Harley continuing to battle. Greg holding on to 4th place. Eric Stoy starting to close in on Greg, though. Couple tenths of a second a lap faster. He is starting to make his way forward. Actually, last time by, Eric was half a second faster than Greg McDaniel. Mark Nelson currently in 6th place. Has now Mark Dantuma has caught up to him. Mark versus Mark. The irony of that being they both spell their first name differently. Mark Dantuma spells it with a C, Mark Nelson with a K. But Mark Nelson does drive a Chevy, obviously giving him an advantage. Jason Rome still lingering back there in 8th place. No problems on restarts yet tonight. Jeff Hinkle is on pit road for his final pit stop. A little bit earlier than we would have expected. The guys, the top 3 can go to about lap 100. Expect to see 4th place Greg McDaniel in probably the next 5 laps or so. Mark Nelson has come to pit road. He gives up 7th place for a fresh set of tires. As we have quite a battle going on here. Here comes Jeffrey Parker straight up the middle. He's got fresh tires. He has just been to pit road about 10 laps ago. Not sure if Parker can go the distance from here, though. Kevin Reed is on pit road for his final stop, as is Jared Heasley. Look for Jeremy Root and these guys in the top 3 to stretch as far as they possibly can, so that when they come off pit road, they're as far ahead as possible and have the freshest possible tires at the for that final run to the checkers. Greg McDaniel now coming to pit road. He gives up 4th. Eric Stoy assumes 4th place as Jeffrey Parker goes around. Jeffrey Parker starting to march his way back toward the front. "30 laps to go. One more pit stop for everybody in the top 10. The guys that are on pit road right now, the guys that are coming off pit road, like Kevin Reed, they have to get everything they can early in this run. Greg McDaniel is now coming off pit road. Remember, he gave up 4th place. He's going to come out about 11th, it looks like. After battling in the top 4, we'll see how much ground he can make up. Jeremy Root and DJ Kenner have come to pit road. Harley Barletta assumes the lead. Mark Dantuma now on pit road. Parker having a little bit of trouble through 1 and 2. Gerald Thanos Poole on pit road. Smart move here by Harley Barletta. He knows that Parker is on fresher tires, trying to stay in his draft as much as possible, pick up a little bit of time here. Harley last pitted on lap 62. He can go about another 10 laps, but he knows everybody that has come to pit road now is going to be faster. Brandon Springer is on pit road. Jeremy Root, DJ Kenner, both off pit road now. Not sure how much longer Harley wants to stretch this. We might see him come down this time. Looks like he is slowing down through 3 and 4. Harley Barletta coming to pit road. Eric Stoy's coming to pit road. Jason Rome, will he come to pit road? Yes, he will. No, he won't. Jason Rome is going to lead for the first time tonight, and I believe for the first time this season. Jason definitely looking for some redemption after the start of the truck race last night, and it looks like he is getting it. He has been battling in the top 5 all night. Jason Rome still maintaining the lead. How long can he stay out there? And wouldn't it be something if he came back and pulled off the win here tonight? Matt Bear currently in 2nd place is coming to pit road. Jeremy Root and DJ Kenner. No, Harley Barletta has made, he's coming off pit road, and he's going to get in right behind DJ, and looks like he's going to fall in behind Greg McDaniel. Should cycle through to about 5th place. Meanwhile, Jason Rome has a 21-second lead, but the fresh tires of Jeremy Root are really starting to close that gap. Matt Bear on pit road. And I believe Jason Rome is the last lead lap car to hit pit road now. He cannot afford to stay out too much longer. He's going to lose a lot of time, but here come Eric Stoy and Jeff Hinkle. They're going to split him here. No! Eric gets underneath. This is not for position. These guys are unlapping themselves. Jason really needs a caution right now. Jeremy Root, the lead is shrinking. It's now 18.7 seconds and shrinking rapidly. 25 laps to go. Jason cannot go the distance on fuel. Even if he could, the rate that Jeremy Root is closing, he could not hold him off. But Jason continues to stay out. Jeremy Root currently in 2nd. DJ Kenner in 3rd. Harley Barletta taking 4th from Greg McDaniel. Greg fighting back up on the high side. Harley sends it in deep into 3 and 4. Harley Barletta now up to 4th. Jason Rome still has the lead as drivers on fresh tires continue to unlap themselves as Nicole, that's what she said, Creasel goes by. Richie West cheering on Jason Rome, and you've got to cheer for the guy. He's had so much bad luck. So many different things go wrong. He's putting in so much practice this season. He's out there earning everybody's respect and showing he really is good enough to be up there in the lead. Really proud of Jason just for sticking it out the way he has. But Jason, go to pit road, buddy. Harley Barletta is battling DJ Kenner. That is going to be for third place right now. Once Jason hits pit road, that'll be the battle for second. It is 8 seconds behind the leaders. And Harley clears DJ. Jeremy Root half a track ahead. Anything goes wrong though. Harley and DJ. Jason Rome is giving up the lead. He's coming to pit road. But congrats to Jason. Some strategy and a fast car tonight. He gets out there and leads his first laps of the season. And depending on how quick his pit stop is, he might still pull off a top 10 out of this. Harley Barletta now officially in second place. DJ Kenner in third. Greg McDaniel is fourth. Mark Nelson is fifth. Eric Stoy in sixth. Mark Dantuma in seventh. Eighth is Jeff Hinkle. Expect Jeff to start moving forward. Jared Heasley in ninth. Matt Baer has worked his way up to 10th. Gerald Thanos Poole in 11th, and Jason Rome is coming off pit road, currently scored in 12th. Jeffrey Parker in 13th. Kevin Reed is 14th. Brandon Springer in 15th. Brian Oshinska in 16th. Nicole Kriesel in 17th. Richie West and Topher Baltimore out of the race. Harley Barletta starting to pull away just a little bit, and he is starting to close the gap on Jeremy Root. He pitted 2 laps after Jeremy did. The gap now under 7 seconds. 6.99 and shrinking quickly. 5 laps at Atlanta can make a huge difference between tires. Can 2 laps make enough of a difference for Harley Barletta in the next 19 laps to run down Jeremy Root, get past him, and get another Atlanta win? DJ Kenner, the Iceman, in third, half a second behind. Greg McDaniel, 3 seconds behind, and he's got Mark Nelson on the back bumper. Eric Stoy right there with him as well. Mark Dantuma currently running in 7th place. Jared Heasley, 8th place. Jeff Hinkle in 9th. And Matt Baer in 10th. Gerald Poole, 11th. Jason Rome comes off pit road in 12th place. 6 seconds behind Gerald Poole. He's got enough time and he's got enough speed for sure on the fresher tires to come flying by here anytime. In fact, in the last lap, he gained 2 seconds on both Gerald Poole and Matt Baer and Jeff Hinkle. He was 2 seconds a lap faster than everybody in front of him. Could this strategy work? There is the leader. He can unlap himself very quickly. Here comes Jason to put himself back onto the lead lap. Jason Rome is really on the move here. He is looking to get back around the leader. Jason to the high side on Jeremy Root. That'll put him back on the lead lap. He's 4 seconds behind Gerald, 7 seconds behind Matt Baer. I don't think he has enough time to completely come back around and catch Jeremy Root, but I do believe at 2 seconds a lap faster than everybody else, he's going to pick up a few spots here and crack the top 10 before the night's out. Meanwhile, Jeremy Root's lead is shrinking. It is now under 6 seconds back to Harley Barletta in second. DJ Kenner staying about a half a second back in third. And I believe Jared Heasley might be having some connection difficulties all of a sudden. Jeremy Root's lead continuing to shrink. Harley Barletta's got a huge run. DJ Kenner has third place. Eric Stoy in fourth, about 4 seconds back from that lead battle. Mark Nelson not far behind Eric, and Greg McDaniel right there looking for a top 5 here tonight. Mark Dantuma back in seventh. Heasley in eighth. Here comes Jeff Hinkle late in the run, marching his way forward. In ninth, Matt Baer currently in 10th. Gerald Poole in 11th. Jason has caught Gerald. Jason down to the inside. He's got the run. He's going to take 11th place. And he is 5 seconds behind Matt Baer. With 11 laps to go, he might still have a chance at the top 10. Harley Barletta lost a little bit of ground on that last lap. The gap to the lead, now 6 seconds. DJ Kenner still about a half a second behind in third. 11 laps to go. Harley Barletta's got to pull about a second faster a lap. He's been running lap times even to Jeremy Root the last few laps. DJ in third keeps falling back a little bit. Eric Stoy's gap staying pretty even. Mark Nelson in fifth. Greg McDaniel in sixth. Mark Dantuma in seventh. Jared Heasley in eighth. Here comes Jeff Hinkle. He's underneath Heasley for 8th place. Hinkle's going to take it, and expect Jeff Hinkle to, well, Mark Dantuma 5 1/4 seconds ahead. I don't think that Hinkle will be able to catch him, but Hinkle definitely one of the fastest on old tires at a track like this. Jason Rome's march towards the front might have stabilized. Those tires might have equalized with the other cars. He is now 4 1/2 seconds back from Matt Baer. Back up front, Harley's still just over 6 seconds behind Jeremy Root. And Jeremy just continues to log laps here. It'll be 7 to go at the line. Jeremy Root continuing to just walk, I'm not going to say walk away, but he is just running some of the most consistent laps out there. Harley Barletta runs a very fast lap and loses a little bit on the next one. DJ Kenner closes up the gap just a little bit on Harley. Eric Stoy still about 4 seconds back, but he has pulled away from Mark Nelson just a little bit. Mark has a 2.6 second lead on Greg McDaniel. Mark Dantuma currently running in 7th place. Jeff Hinkle in 8th. Jared Heasley is in 9th, and Matt Baer in 10th. Jason Rome in 11th. Gerald Poole in 12th. Jeffrey Parker 13th. Brandon Springer 14th. Kevin Reed in 15th. Brian Oshinska 16th, Nicole Kriesel in 17th. Jeremy Root, though, having to negotiate a lot of lap traffic here. Doesn't lose too terribly much time in traffic. There's Kevin Reed currently running in 15th. Battling with Brian Oshinska. Oh, no, that's not Brian right underneath him. That is Gerald Poole. Gerald currently running in 12th. And don't forget, immediately after this, we have the Fast and Fun ARCA series. Harley Barletta will be in that one. A few others might be hopping over there as well. They are in the ARCA cars at Charlotte, which ought to be, based on the last time they took the ARCA cars to Charlotte, that's going to be a non-stop action, exciting race. Harley Barletta currently in second, DJ Kenner in third, but Jeremy Root is starting to open up the gap as he gets the white flag. Jeremy Root one more time around. He's got a almost 7-second lead now. Just has to keep it out of the wall for another couple of turns, down through 3 and 4. And off turn 4, he sees the flag. Jeremy Root wins at Atlanta. Harley Barletta will come home second place. DJ the Iceman Kenner comes back into third. Eric Stoy in fourth. Mark Nelson finishes fifth. Mark Dantuma is going to come home sixth. Greg McDaniel seventh. Jeff Hinkle comes back to 8th place. Ninth is Jared Heasley. Matt Bear comes home in 10th and drifts it across the line. Look at that! If nothing else, Matt Bear always puts on a show. Jason Rome has one heck of a comeback and finishes in 11th. All right, I don't have DJ Kenner or Jeremy Root yet, so we'll start with our second place finisher. Hey, Harley, this is Doug. You got me?
Hey, how's it going, Doug?
Hey, man, really, really good. But, man, you really had a charge going. You were flying through the field after that final pit stop.
Yeah, we were catching Jeremy a little bit there, too. Like, we came out of the pits, I saw about 8.5 seconds, and then like after a few laps, I looked up, and it was 6 seconds, and I was like, oh, my, but we kind of just fluttered right about there, kind of stalled out, burnt our tires off a little bit. I thought DJ was going to catch us, but, man, we had fun. It was a good race.
Yeah, you definitely, you could tell the lap that you stabilized because you went down to about 5.5 seconds and it looked like you were just going to keep marching. And then suddenly the lead just kind of stagnated for several laps. It was still a really, really good race overall. I know last time we were here you got the win, and I believe it was your first time running at Atlanta.
Yeah, it was. The package is way different now. Like, this is literally like the first 20 laps is pretty much like a super speedway. We were all packed up, and I was super scared after we got in that first wreck, so I was just kind of riding behind everybody, waiting it out. And then eventually we got up into the top 5, and then pit stops started happening, and it was really good.
Well, man, you had one heck of a race tonight. Congratulations. That was a great second-place finish, buddy. And you'll probably extend your points lead just a little bit.
Well, I can only hope so. Thanks, Doug. We appreciate you very much, man.
Thanks, buddy. All right, let's see if we can get our third-place finisher first, and then we'll talk to our winner. Hey, DJ, it's Doug. You got me?
I got you.
Hey, buddy. First off, man, what a run. You guys had some crazy battles up there at the front, especially you and Harley swapping positions there for several laps mid-race.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. We kept it clean and just kept our line, and he'd get me one lap, and I'd get him another lap, and I think he was a little faster than I was on newer tires, and I was a little faster than he was on older tires.
It
Made for some fun runs.
It definitely looked like that, exactly like that. He'd pull away late in the run, and it looked like the last 2 or 3 laps, it looked like you might actually come back around him.
Yeah, I was hoping we had more laps, and I'd be able to take advantage of the tires, but in that last run, I was actually pushing pretty hard, and might have burned it a little more than I did in the earlier tire sets.
Well, regardless, man, another podium finish here tonight. A great run overall, and congratulations, buddy.
Thank you very much. Have a good one.
All right, let's talk to our winner. Hey, Jeremy, this is Doug. You got me?
Yes, sir, I got you.
Hey, man, you have been knocking on the door for several weeks in a row now, finally getting that car into victory lane, and what a dominant finish. Looked like Harley was going to catch you after the final pit stop, and then once his tires equalized, you took off again.
Yeah, we had a good car, and I knew we were quick. It was just a matter of saving tires and being able to not burn that right front off, especially through 1 and 2. 3 and 4, I was pretty good. I could hold it pretty much wide open. 1 and 2, I lifted a lot. It's a good race. Have a great group of guys, and as you can see, DJ finished in top 3, so my job training in does pretty good.
It definitely does. I got to say, you guys started in the back of the field, and I could just tell, knowing you two, you're working together as you come through the field. Every time I look back, you two were nose to tail, just marching your way through the field tonight.
Oh yeah, we had speed, that's for sure. It's just a matter of getting through the traffic, and I didn't want to start up front because this track is really, it can be draft dependent to an extent. And starting in the back, we were able to work together and drive through the field and let everybody wear their stuff out while we were driving through the field.
Well, it definitely paid off tonight, man. You win with over a 6-second, almost a 7-second gap at the line. That was quite a finish, bud. Congratulations.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it. I'd like to thank Pay to Win Setups, Lamp Performance Chassis, Root Designs and Wraps, Root Motorsports, and all my team back at the shop.
All right, buddy. Congratulations, man. Great race.
Thanks, man.
All right, Jeremy Root comes home with the win. He's had a lot of close calls this season, but now he's got that victory, and expect to see him come forward. He came into tonight 7th in points, just 10 points behind Eric Stoy, with Scott Snodgrass taking a drop race tonight, AJ Godsey taking a drop race. I think Jeremy's going to at least take 6th, might even move up into the top 5 in points before the night is out. Or before next week, I should say. Stick around, don't go anywhere. Maybe the snack bar, that'd probably be okay. We will be back with the Fast and Fun ARCA series here in just a moment, and they are already unloading the cars as we speak. Don't go anywhere.